Hey everyone, I'm back at Cragmont Park, and this is Christmas Eve, and I'm looking out over Oakland sunset, and I have a few thoughts and statistics about this place. If you look at this zone of climate, which is within the edge of redwood growing land, within about 5 miles out and 5 miles in of redwood growing area, all the way down from Big Sur up all the way to Eureka, you have about 7 million people in this strip. It's 10 to 15 mile wide strip that is about 300 miles long. And the GDP is about $1 trillion. And the GDP per person is similar to Qatar, a lot of other places like that, and it's just about the highest in the United States. And real estate, as you can imagine, home prices, rental units, rooms for rent in a very small place in a corner is considerable. And we just had a strike here at the University of California. And actually, I should also mention this is one of the most politically heterogeneous places in the entire world. There's about 30 federally recognized tribal governments, sovereign governments, autonomous states, and there's at least 40 different indigenous identities, and there's 40 some unique indigenous languages, and on top of that probably 100 or a couple hundred migrant languages and identities at least. And so you have a really complex place that is extremely under a lot of pressure economically. Workers are under extreme pressure to get by, and you've got huge corporations that have accumulated a lot of wealth, and they put a lot of pressure even on their own employees and their own, I'm sure, admin people. And you have the University of California, and that is a force to be reckoned with. And so we just had this strike here, and it is I guess you could say it's been a success. We got a new contract after about a month of striking as student workers, 48,000 strong, across the UC system, University of California system. And the new contract raises the wages of TAs, or as they're called, graduate student instructors, from about $25K a year to about $35K a year. And then the thing is that might seem good, but actually inflation and basic costs have also gone up about 50% since the pre-pandemic time. So we now have a $12 meal before the pandemic is now $18 or $20 meal. And that's like a basic meal, pad thai, something like that. $1,000 rent for a room is now likely $1,500. So there's a lot of expenses that have increased considerably. And now we have equivalent, a small increase of wages that I would say is, that's just it, equivalent. So we have we will be able to continue with our privilege to be students who are working around the clock to make ends meet and getting paid by the university to do the work of the university. It should be pretty clear that the poverty rate is considerably above that, But yeah, it's something to live here. It's something to be from this area, and it is something to be even having the audacity of imagining any kind of different way to live in a place like this under immense pressure, global pressure. So being in a park, looking out over the sunset, beautiful sunset, that's all I can say about a place like this. Just see the sunset, and man, it's so beautiful.